Meri Brown reveals true feelings about Robyn's goodbye tears. Robyn Brown has never been wildly popular with Sister Wives viewers, but now many fans believe that Meri Brown is also starting to grow tired of her former sister wife. Robyn always maintained that she and Meri were close friends, but that might not be entirely true. During Meri's grand exit from Flagstaff, Robyn found a way to make the situation about herself. She burst into dramatic sobs while saying goodbye, which fans found incredibly off-putting. But how did Meri feel about Robyn's tears? Meri Brown shares her thoughts as she watches herself on Season 19. During this season of Sister Wives, viewers are watching Meri Brown learning to stand independently. She no longer needs Cody or her sister wives. On screen, Meri seems excited about her new start. But of course, Robyn wasn't about to let her go without a fight. Fans think she pulled out the waterworks in a manipulative attempt to get Meri to change her mind. Cody also seemed to use this tactic once they arrived in Utah. Regardless, Meri wasn't about to let either of them rain on her parade. Now, she is opening up about her experiences as she watches herself relive her final days in Flagstaff. In a new Entertainment Tonight interview, they asked Meri Brown how she felt about Robyn's dramatic goodbye. The interviewer acknowledged that Robyn was inconsolable over the move to the point where even Cody thought she was behaving oddly. "It didn't surprise me that she was struggling with that," Meri bluntly said. "I was just in a place of, this is a lot of pain for her, but I'm not in pain. I'm not in pain, and I'm not going to let her draw pain out of me because she needs that from me because I wasn't feeling it and I wasn't going to give it to her." The infamous journal is MIA amid the move to Utah. The interviewer went on to ask about the journal Robyn gave Meri during their final goodbye. Fans deemed it to be a tacky gift, but Robyn clearly found it to be meaningful. However, Meri clearly didn't find the gift to be as sentimental. The TLC star shrugged and admitted she wasn't sure where it was. "I still have a lot of boxes. I literally don't know where it is," she confessed. Meri Brown sat in her cozy Flagstaff home, the late afternoon sunlight casting a warm glow across her rustic wooden furniture. The quiet hum of the desert was interrupted only by the occasional chirp of a bird outside. The serenity of her surroundings belied the emotional turbulence within her. A stack of notebooks and journals sat on the coffee table, a testament to her habit of processing feelings through writing. Today, however, words seemed to evade her. The emotional fallout of Robyn's tearful goodbye lingered in her mind. It had been a public moment on camera, a farewell that was meant to signify the end of a chapter, but Meri had felt something deeper, something raw and unresolved. The goodbye. The moment played out in her mind like a scene from a drama. Robyn had stood there, mascara streaking down her cheeks as she choked on her words. I never wanted it to be like this," Robyn had said, her voice trembling. "I love you all so much, and this family, it's still my dream." Meri had stood silently, her arms crossed, a stoic expression masking the storm within. She had watched Robyn's tears fall, her sobs filling the awkward silence. While the other wives had murmured platitudes, Meri had remained still, feeling disconnected from the scene unfolding before her. Robyn's tears, while undoubtedly heartfelt, felt misplaced to Meri. They were tears of loss, but not the kind of loss Meri understood. For Meri, the true loss had come long before, in the cracks that had formed in her relationship with Cody, in the fractures within the sisterhood of the wives, and in the loneliness that had crept into her life like an uninvited guest. Processing the pain. As Meri sat now, her fingers idly tracing the edge of a journal, she considered how much had changed. When she and Cody had first embarked on their plural marriage journey, she had envisioned a life of unity, love, and shared purpose. But reality had not aligned with her expectations. The introduction of Robyn into the family had shifted the dynamics in ways Meri hadn't anticipated. She opened her journal and began to write. Robyn's tears. What do they mean to me? Did they signify regret, love, or simply guilt? I can't help but feel that her goodbye was more for herself than for us. Maybe that's unfair, but it's my truth. The truth is, I've already said goodbye in so many ways. Meri set the pen down and sighed. It wasn't just Robyn's goodbye that had stirred her emotions. It was the way the family had slowly unraveled over the years. The shared moments of laughter and camaraderie had become rare. Conversations felt forced, and the bond they had once shared now seemed tenuous at best. A history of hurt. The introduction of Robyn into the family had been a turning point. Meri had tried to welcome her with open arms, to embrace the new dynamic with grace. But Cody's obvious favoritism toward Robyn had been impossible to ignore. While Meri had struggled to maintain her connection with Cody, Robyn had seamlessly slid into the role of his confidant and partner. The sting of rejection had been compounded by the sense that Robyn didn't understand the sacrifices the original wives had made to build the family. Meri's relationship with Robyn had always been complicated. There had been moments of genuine connection, times when they had laughed and supported one another. But those moments had been overshadowed by the undercurrent of competition and resentment. Robyn's goodbye had brought those feelings to the surface, forcing Meri to confront emotions she had long buried. A shifting perspective. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting the room in a soft orange glow, Meri's thoughts turned to the future. She had spent so much of her life trying to hold on to the family, to preserve the dream they had built together. But now she wondered if it was time to let go. She picked up her pen again and wrote. Maybe Robyn's tears were her way of letting go. Maybe they were a sign that she's ready to move forward, to find peace in her own way. And maybe it's time for me to do the same. I spent so long waiting for things to change, for Cody to see me again, for the family to heal. But maybe the healing starts with me. Meri closed the journal and leaned back, her eyes gazing out the window. The desert landscape stretched out before her, vast and unyielding. It was a reminder of her own resilience, of the strength she had found within herself despite the challenges she had faced. Finding closure. The next day, Meri decided to take a drive. She needed to clear her head, to find clarity amidst the chaos of her emotions. As she navigated the winding roads of Flagstaff, she reflected on the journey that had brought her here. When she arrived at a quiet overlook, she stepped out of the car and took a deep breath. The cool evening air filled her lungs as she gazed at the horizon. For the first time in a long time, she felt a sense of peace. Goodbye, she whispered, not to Robyn, but to the pain and resentment that had weighed her down. It wasn't an easy goodbye, and it wouldn't happen all at once, but it was a start. Meri knew that the road ahead wouldn't be simple. There would be moments of doubt, of anger, of sadness. But there would also be moments of joy, of growth, of rediscovery. And in those moments, she would find the strength to move forward. The path forward. Back at home, Meri sat down with her journal once more. This time, her words were filled with hope. Robyn's tears reminded me of my own. We've all cried for this family, for what we've lost and what we've hoped to find. But tears are just the beginning. They're a release, a way to make room for what comes next. I don't know what the future holds, but I do know this: I'm ready to embrace it, whatever it may be. Meri set the journal aside and smiled. The journey was far from over, but she was no longer afraid of where it might lead. For the first time in a long time, she felt free.